This is Portugal South by FSPT. It's only 70.96 megabytes to download, and the description there says a map based on the southern region of Portugal with original relief. What does that mean? The map brings its own space marked for the factories, 3 points of sale, 26 fields of various sizes. Also has a farm space with farmhouse, silos and sheds. So let's go and check it out. So here we are. This is where you start off in all three modes. We're down at the shop, like so. There is people walking around. The map looks like this. So like it says in the description, fields of various sizes. There is a few sell points and a couple of production chains, but there's not all of them placed down, but there's plenty of options to place things down further. I'm in new farmer mode. In new farmer mode, we start off with these two plots, which actually come as one sort of chunk of land. So we've got our farm area here, and we also get field 3, which is a pretty decent size. That area, or those two areas, like I say, it's one chunk that is worth 242,816. So that is where we start off. All of our equipment's up there, so I think we'll go round a little bit, and then when we get to the farm I'll go through the slot counts and everything there. In terms of field prices, they vary. There's a couple of interesting things going on with this map, and it's got some cool features as well, which we'll check out as we go round. It's kind of, as you can see when I've clicked on that buy menu of the map, it's split up into different sections, as you can see. In terms of biggest field, I think 16 is the biggest field. That is worth just over 1 million. But this field here, 24, because you get quite a bit of sort of forestry in it, that is slightly more. So in terms of area, that is the largest area. Do have smaller fields. 15's only, well, I say only, it's 146. I'm just going to avoid clicking on them for a second because I want to show you that. Field 20, 414. There's quite a bit of forestry on this map. This is just over 1 million up here. We've got this bit here, which is 466. A bit in the middle there, that's 191,000. This bit there, 380,000. This area here is quite open. There is a couple of trees sort of just dotted around, almost sort of tallies up with the little dots you can see on that area. Hopefully you can see. That is 560,000. Now, when I say they are split up into sections, this whole section here is one piece. But there is, I think it was 11 fields I've counted in there, not including ours. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 fields. If I click on that, we can buy that whole area, which takes in all those 11 fields. Look at the price, 120,379. That cannot be right. That is less than our farm area and our one field. So I think something's not quite right there, but happy days if it is meant to be right. 11 fields, plus we do get this little sort of pond here, which has got a cool couple of features on it as well. There is an outside of the map that is quite expensive. That's over 3.6 million. It does take in pretty much all the sell points and production chains. Weirdly enough, not these two. So this one here, which I think is the dairy, and this one, which is the sugar mill, I think. So if I click off that, so you can buy those individually. 36,000 for that one, 19,000 for that one. There is various placeable areas which we'll check out as well. They pretty much all look the same. They've got a little wall around them. You can buy them as well. There's individual ones like these down by the shop. That's only 15,000 for that one. That's 20. And then some of them come with a bit of land. So this comes with a bit of land. This one, that's 380,000. This one's on its own for 37. There's another one here which obviously comes with field 18. That's 310. There's one here which I've clicked on already. That's 191. And there's one sort of up here on its own. 54,000, like so. There's no animal pens on the map, so you need to place them down yourselves. The BGA is over here, so at the minute if I click on that, it's not showing the BGA symbol, so you need to buy that land to be able to use the BGA. So I'm gonna put some money in a second, and we will buy that so that you can see that the icons do appear and it comes up like that. What else is I need to tell you? Oh yeah, there's some, if I go down to grapes on here, we've got two sort of grape vineyards here. So if I click grapes off, like so, there's another one here, again click that off, and we do also have an olive orchard or grove just up the top. If I click on olives, that disappears. The olives are here on this one, and these two grapevines or vineyards are here. But up here, this one, this is just a open grass area, so obviously you can buy it, but there's no grapevines there. If you buy that and plough it through, I don't know how it's going to fare in terms of swapping out this sort of purpley mauve colour for the grapes. I'm not sure. So you could permanently have that colour on your map, which obviously isn't a deal breaker, but it could annoy some people. I think that is pretty much what I wanted to say. There's two fuel points. There's one up here and there's one down here. Gas stations, that is. So I think we will have a tour around. There is contracts available if I scoot down. As you can see, some of them are going to be quite good payer outers because they're quite decent sized fields. And if we go into our stats on the right at the bottom, there is 20 collectibles on this map, which is very good as well. Just going to quickly go up to the sell points again, because if I scoot down, you can see there is a couple of things where there is no sell points for, like olives. I think it is only about 3. So obviously seeds isn't a deal breaker. No place for wood chips. Road salt, not bothered about that really. Fabric, so a couple of the production products, I mean most of them are there. You've got chocolate and planks. So it's not a huge amount, you know, missing, but there you go. Right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some money in quick, and I'm going to lease a pickup, and then we'll scoot around in the pickup, so bear with me just a second. Right, so I've got a bit of extra money. Obviously you only start off with 100,000 in new farmer mode, so I've leased a pickup. What I'm going to do is buy the BGA. So if I click on that, it's only 151,200, which I think is pretty good for the BGA, considering some of the prices in the base game maps for the BGA to buy it. So we will buy that, and now if I click off that, we do have our icon on the map, like so. Now we can use that because all the trigger points icons are there, which is pretty cool. When we get up to the main farm, I'll go through, like I said, all the slot counts and talk about farm manager and start from scratch. You can just about see our farm up there. There's a silo up there, and there's a farmhouse as well. But for now, we are going to whiz round in the pickup for a little bit. I'm probably going to go out of here, and we're going to do some sort of weird clockwise route round. Some of the roads and tracks aren't very clear on here, so you're kind of thinking, well, can I go that way? And then when you get there you think, oh yeah, I can, or no, I can't. But just something to point out. Right, like I say, down at the shop, this is also your reset point. Buy, lease anything that will appear here. We do have a workshop down here as well. It's the only one on the map at the minute. There's no sort of zone markers, but if you pull up roughly sort of just in front of these garage doors, it will work. So for your customization, repair, whatnot, your shop icon is just there as normal. So let's jump into the pickup. I'm going to show you first of all these two placeable areas that are right by the shop. So like I say, they all have sort of walls around them. They do look pretty much the same, and they have got little signs on them, and they vary. So I don't know if it's the sort of map maker sort of nodding you in the right direction, well, not in the right direction, but nodding you in the direction to put down, you know, the grape processing unit. But obviously you can do whatever you want. There's a house there, and there is another placeable area here, and that one says on it that's the bakery. Like I say, you can do pretty much what you want. I haven't come across any traffic on here. There is people walking around. She's just dropped from the sky, I think, but there is no traffic so far. I have it switched on. I'm just going to show you these grape areas. So there they are. They're all set up, ready to go. They're growing. If I show you in build mode, you've got plenty of scope to expand them, especially down this end if you wanted to get rid of some of these trees. So you've got plenty of options there, and if you did want to buy that area, it comes as quite a big chunk. There's all this trees, forestry area there. That's just over 250,000. So let's get back up out of the shopway. And then first up on the list is a sell point, and that's going to be supermarket, and that is just in here. So obviously you tip off, sell your products just there. I need to go straight down here, zoom out a little bit so you can get a sort of feel for some of the size of these fields. And then down here we've got a bow sell point and the animal dealer. Obviously, like I say, there's no animal pens on here at the minute. So your bow sell point is just here, and then your animal dealer, your dialogue sort of trigger box is just there. Pretty straightforward. We're going to go up this way. There is plenty of trees on this map. You've got some over there, look, going on. I think there's plenty of money to be made on here with your fields, size of the fields, and obviously the trees that you can cut down. Right, we're going to head straight across into our farm. I do love this little sign here. So we go up into here. And it's slightly raised up, our farm. So if you take the right fork, that will take us round to our field which we own, which is just in the background. It looks like it's been cultivated. It's not got a crop in, but we need to go this way really to go into the sensible entrance to our farm. And then we'll get in, we'll have a tour round. I'll go through slot counts and things like that, equipment, as we go. So this is our farm area. As you can see, we've got some equipment in these sheds. I don't think that harvester really fits in that shed properly. We've got the Oak Belleron farmhouse, so just inside the garage. You've got your wardrobe. I'm assuming they're cartridges, the collectibles, and then your sleep triggers just up here on the steps, like so. This is our farm silo. Now this is modded in, which I'll show you. That's the only thing I could find that's modded in, because it's a different style. So 400,000 litre capacity. It will only hold standard crops. It's not a multi-fruit. So you tip in there like so. It's almost as if it's using the way station from the base game in that bit, which is pretty cool. I like that. It's different, it's quirky. And then your pipe out is just under there, like so. Got a nice view over the edge. So there's our field over there. We've got more sheds over here, plenty of shed space. More of our equipment, like so. Quite a big open area down this end for placing anything. You could put some animal pens down here if you wanted to. Now this is quite cool. I saw this and I thought, well, is that just decoration? Then I saw the water on the floor and then I thought this looks a bit like a sort of water fountain thing. So I tested this. You can get free, I said free, water from this point on your farm, which is cool. You can also get free water from this little lake or pond as well, which is what we're going to look at later. So free water from there, absolutely fantastic. Right, let's have a look at our equipment. You've seen a lot of it and the slot counts. What I will say though is I kind of feel that most of this equipment is too small for this map, and you'll probably see what I mean as we go through, bearing in mind you've seen some of the size of the fields. So medium tractors, we've got the Voucher, we've got that Massey Ferguson. The slot count, by the way, is 774. It says 780 there because obviously I have leased that pickup, but it's 774 in new farmer mode. I'll go through the equipment and I'll go through the slot counts for farm manager and start from scratch. So we've got those two tractors. We've got this Russell Mash harvester, which, like I say, I think that's small really for this map. I don't think the horsepower is going to come into it as much because the fields are reasonably flat. We've got a Rudolph trailer. We've got the header for the harvester. Again, a very small corn header, only 3.4 meters wide. We've got a very small cultivator, 2.5 meters wide. That Nordsten seeder, that's only 3 meters wide. We've got a Hardy sprayer, fertilizer spreader, the Amazon one, which is a very good one. And then we've got that tiny Massey Ferguson baler, which produces the small bales. So it's quite small equipment. So some of you may want to chop that out straight away. Now, what I've started doing in FS22 is giving you the slot count after selling just all your equipment, so all the vehicles, tractors, etc. like that. So if you sell off all that equipment I've just shown you, you can get that slot count down from 774 to 675. And I thought, well, I expect we could get it down even further by selling all of this lot off. I couldn't sell any of this apart from the farmhouse. That is the only thing it let me sell, and I managed to get the slot count down to 661 after that. All these sheds, the silo, I just could not sell. I even went into demolish mode, it wouldn't work because sometimes you can go into that mode and sell things, whereas the other sell mode, just by clicking in the left thumbstick, that doesn't always work. But yeah, I couldn't sell anything else off apart from the farmhouse. So there you go. In Farm Manager and start from scratch, you don't start off with any land or any equipment. The slot count is 664. What I did find interesting in those two modes, I came on here in Farm Manager mode, and when you open the map up like this, obviously you don't start off owning these 2 points here. There is no farmhouse symbol there, obviously, which you'd expect because you don't own the land, but the silo symbol is there, so you possibly could use the silo. I didn't test that to do that. So then I started thinking, well, what if you want to set up home somewhere else in those two modes? If that farmhouse is technically there, I know you're not using it, is it going to allow us to put another one down? Yes, it will. I bought this field, well, I bought all these fields, and placed the farmhouse down here on field 5. And I thought, well, that's cool. It worked. The sleep trigger worked. But then I thought, well, what happens if you want to buy this plot of land where this existing farmhouse is, what happens to that? I bought that icon then appears and the farmhouse is there, the sleep trigger's still there, so technically I had 2 farmhouses, which I thought was quite interesting. I know we have had that on other maps where we've had like multiple farmhouses kind of set up for multiplayer, so just something to point out. If you know 2 friends wanted to come on here, you could have a farmhouse each if you chose to do it that way around. So I thought I'd point that out for you. Right, let's get on with this map tour. Gonna jump back in here. I think I've gone through everything else. I'm just checking my notes. Obviously you can go off that way, but I'm not going to come back out the way we came in to finish off our sort of clockwise tour. And then as we come out of this entrance, immediately right we've got a fuel station, which is just there. Cool. And then we need to whiz all the way along here. I'm just going to go in the middle of the road because there shouldn't be any traffic. Next up is the dairy, which is the production chain. I like little things like this on maps. That's cool. Look at that big milk carton. I think little things like that are nice little touches. So this is our dairy production point. Obviously you can use it as a sell point if you want, just that. So you're just in there. You can buy it around the back there. There's the spanner. And that's where your products will appear outside. And then right at the very end, I think the way the roads end, which you'll see here a little bit, I'm not convinced by that. Look, it just suddenly stops there. But you know, hey ho. We've got 2 big bunker silos there, as you can see, and then the BGA's over here. Pretty straightforward. Most of us know how to use all that, like so. Now what I'm going to do is be a bit naughty and cut through the back here, because I don't really want to keep going back on myself. Then we're going to head up through these 2 fields and we're going to go up to the sugar mill, like so. You'll get to see what I'm talking about with that quite big area where there's just a few trees. So as you can see, there's quite a few trees in here where we are. This is where I need to head up through here. Try not to hit these trees. So there you go, right in front of us. There's only a few trees in there scattered around. That is quite a nice open area, that. Could do quite a lot with that. Right, so like I say, this is the sugar mill. Again, a production point. You can use it as a sell point if you want. You can buy it there. Around the back is your selling point or your tipping in point. And then your products will appear in the little zone there. Excuse me, throat's going a bit croaky. We'll go up to the next production point and then I'll show you where we've been on the map. So there's another placeable area, again with the wall around. This is needle and stitch, that's got written on there, so that would be your tailor. Obviously use it for whatever you want. And then up here, I believe this was the sawmill. So as you can see, there's loads of trees up here, not too far from the sawmill. Oh, there, it's a bit of a bump there. So around the back is where it all happens. Again, pretty standard, straightforward. We can buy the sawmill there, your wood chips. You can sell your wood just here. That's your little wood selling icon. and that is where your planks will appear if you go for that sort of operation. Right, let's stop here and I'll show you where we've been. So we started off at the shop. We had a quick look at these two placeable areas. Scooted down here, showed you the grapevines, came back out. We did the supermarket down this way, animal dealer and the bell sale point, and I went up this way. We went straight across into our farm, back out, fuel station, dairy, I think that was, wasn't it? BGA. I came up through these fields into the sugar mill, another placeable area, and we were at the sawmill. Now we're going to go through here. I'm going to show you that grape area. I think what we'll do is I'll go up to, no I won't, we'll go to the grape area, and then I'm going to come across that way to show you this pond, because I tried earlier when I was coming along checking everything out, and I tried to get across to this pond and back over this way, and there is some fences around some of the fields. It's a little bit annoying, so you can't quite get where you want to go all the time. So we want to, was it straight on? I've forgotten already where we're going. I'll tell you what, we'll just cut straight across there. So this is where the grape area is. So as you can see, it's just flat open land, grass, and we are sort of on it. So yeah, no grapevines up this end. There is another placeable area over there actually. As you can see, they are pretty much the same. Some are slightly bigger than others. If I carry on down here, there's some fences that you can see around the fields. They do obviously have collisions on them. This is the pond area, which is very cool looking. Do have a little sort of pontoon jetty. There's a couple of boats out there on the lake pond. But round here, which I thought was very cool and quirky, is this little pump system. And again, it intrigued me. I thought, is that obviously some sort of pump setup that's meant to be sucking the water out? Does that mean we can get water from here? If you pull up alongside this pump, you can get free water again from that lake. So I thought that was very cool. It was very nice up here. Got some nice sort of mushrooms going on. I thought that was pretty smart, that. Right, back out. I think we'll go the way we came in. That would make more sense. And then I think next up is a grain sell point. It's not the grain mill. There is no grain mill on here. Which is just over there. You can sort of see the wheat symbol. So you can come in this way, or you can go in the way we're going to go out. So if I go round this way, it doesn't really matter which way you go round, but your sell point is going to be just in under here, like so. And then we're going to go out and up this way. Tons of trees up this way, which is pretty good because the sawmill's up this way. Loads of them. I do like the random rocks as well that are sort of scattered around the map. And here is our olive grove. As you can see, pretty good size. They are there. And I really like this. This is the other fuel station, but it's like a sort of, I don't know, out the middle of nowhere type one. Two little old-fashioned pumps with a little hut there where the teller would probably sit, and then you can come out and get them to fill up your vehicle. There is also one of these guys. I'm going to pick it up so you can see. They are worth 50,000 each. Pretty cool. Right, back out. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop here, because I need to definitely make sure I'm going the right way, and I'm going to show you as well where we've been. So from the sugar mill, wasn't it? Yes, we came up, sawmill, done that bit. We went across the grapevine, across to the lake, back up into there, which was the grain sale point. Then we cut across the top of this field and down here past the olives. We are at the fuel station. What I'm going to do is go this way and go all the way down this way now. We'll finish down at these 2 points like so. So, yeah, I want to go that way. Getting confused now. There's another placeable area here. Like so. And then we want to go right here. That's it. Oh yeah, this rock sort of juts out into the road a bit, so be careful with that one. It's pretty much a straight road down now, but look at the size of some of these fields up here. I mean, 13's quite thin, as you can see on the mini map, but it's very long. And 17 to our left is very huge as well. Another placeable area just there. That's got carpentry written on it. That's our field over there, you can see. The brown one. Another placeable area. I think that's the grain mill one. And then we're back down onto the sort of main road. We're just going to nip right. There is the spinnery. Whoa, or not. We're just going to go on our side. I'm getting as bad as Farmer Cop doing these map tours. Right, you can buy the spinnery there. You can sell there. Your products will appear just there if you like. I'm sure he'll appreciate me mentioning that. And then right up the end here, the road does sort of slope up a little bit here. We've got our final sale point, which is cooperative. So in through the trees, sale points round the back. Just there. I do like what they've done with these sort of rocks, that kind of stacked and almost built like a retaining wall. Let's turn that off. But that is it. I think we've covered everything. That is Portugal South by FSPT. Hope you have all enjoyed the map tour. If you have, please give us a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed yet, then please do. And don't forget to hit that notification bell so you don't miss any future videos of mine. I've been Farm Sim Snowy. Stay frosty.